Hey up guys, and welcome back, or if it's your first time here, welcome to my Road to Glory series, where I try to get the best possible ultimate team without being able to play 40 games a weekend or spending thousands on FIFA points. Plenty to get through this week, so straight into it then. You can see here on screen I did the Irish Player of the Year SBC, and that's because I really think this Maguire card is pretty ace. His agility and balance are both 99, I think, combined with his finishing and strength as well. I've found him to be an absolutely super sub. With his pace and agility, he is so quick. Let's have a quick look at his stats then. Composure's not the best, but otherwise, fantastic player. I think he was well worth getting. A quick look at my teams then to see what I'm playing with at the minute. If you're new here, I'm using two teams to save on fitness, injuries, etc. After I did the 90 Rui Costa and the 90 Overmars squad building challenges in the last episode, I seriously thought about only using one team, but I just couldn't get rid of this Pogba. He does such great work for me, and a great player. I'd have to get rid of him and use Rui Costa at cam, because Costa's untradeable, and I don't really want to play with two cams, as it means moving to a formation without Overmars. So again, that would have been a waste, and also that Alessandrini has been great for me also. You may have seen in previous videos I was using Inform Icardi in this team instead of Pizzi, but Pizzi is back in the side. I just didn't see Icardi justifying the extra 40 to 50,000 coins. Maybe it's my play style, but if you look at the stats on this Pizzi, if we show it here, 115 goals, 100 assists in 141 games, and a lot of those were from midfield early on as well. This Pizzi's been far better for me than Icardi. He may be dirt cheap, but he's been one of my favourite players so far this FIFA. I converted him to striker because of his composure and positioning early on in the game, and I've carried on using him above actual strikers that I could have fitted in instead. Pretty decent stats on this Bergkamp as well, that's played 55 games for me now. Gelson Martins, another cheap beast there that has managed to stay in the side throughout. As some of you have seen in my previous videos, I am doing the Ricardo Quaresma SBC very slowly, because trying to amass all the silver players and that you need without spending too much. So Quaresma will eventually go into the side, but for now Martins is doing good. I've hardly played any online games this season, so at the weekend I thought I'd have a few. The only options was seasons, and I needed 3 wins for the title. I'm not sure if this is the first or second game. I think this is the second game that I played at the weekend. So I went into this one with my French team, Alessandrini doing good work there, and Pogba scoring very early on. You may have seen, or you will have seen beforehand, that I was playing Ben Yedder for a long time at striker, because I was really getting on well with his 5-star weak foot, having two 5-star weak foot strikers, Dembele and Ben Yedder up front. But his problem is he's so short and weak. People are recommending the Celtic Dembele. Is it Musa Dembele? He was only like 12,000 coins. So I picked him up, and yeah, he's been value for money so far. You can see him just missing the target there. So I've got the 2 Dembeles up front at the minute. So it's quite annoying that shirt numbers don't stick. There's a bug at the minute with shirt numbers not sticking to players. which when you've got two Dembeles both playing up front and one's got a 3-star weak foot and one's got a 5-star weak foot and one's got 5-star skills and the other hasn't, it'd be kind of nice to be able to tell the difference. I experimented with using which one is it? The West Ham Stadium, the City of London Stadium, is that what it's called? Because it gives you a much higher view, much more zoomed out view of the pitch. I've already set my camera to 0 zoom and 20 height, which is the most you can do, to try and get the best view possible. But the problem I found with using the West Ham Stadium was that I wasn't so successful with tackling and skill moves, and also being able to read the player shirt numbers and being able to tell the difference between them, because you're so far out. It was great for finding space and being able to pick out long balls, and also defending better, a bit more zonally, picking up runs earlier and stuff. But I found with that stadium, pretty much all I did was just run around. It was much harder to tackle and do skills and stuff, so I've gone back to the FIFA Interactive World Cup Stadium at the minute. I'll wind the video on a bit because there wasn't many chances going on in this game at this stage, until Dembele picks up the ball, sees Pogba's run, and as I said at the start of the video when I was looking at my team, not wanting to get rid of Pogba as he does such great work for me. Another well taken, low driven finish there for him. My opponent, I think, was also playing 3 at the back, wasn't he? Was it a 3-4-2-1? Bakayoko with stay back while attacking instructions on, getting into the edge of the box there. His keeper throws it out, comes back to Pogba and Dembele. Keeper saves it, and Overmars follows it up to make it 3-0 after just over 30 minutes, at which point my opponent pauses it and rage quits. So that's not bad then. 3-0 in half an hour of gameplay. 5 shots on target, 0 for my opponent. A little bit less of possession than he had, but as you can see, I had all the chances, all from good positions. And we need one more game for the title. One more win, I should say, after winning 4 in a row. All through my games I scored first, and I didn't celebrate. I skipped replays and was generally a good sport. This guy in this final game, he equalised and then took the lead, and then started being a bit of a twerp, for want of a better word, making me watch all the cutscenes and all the replays and what have you, doing a ridiculous celebration to try and wind me up, I think. So in this game I made sure I focused, concentrated, and decided to tried to teach him a lesson. And in the end I won comfortably 4-2. It could have been more if I hadn't been skilling for most of the second half, and I'd missed a penalty. But you can see from the celebrations I was giving him a dose of his own medicine. So a little tip there: unless you're really good at this game, don't try and wind your opponent up, because if it's me, I'm going to not quit. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure you don't see the ball unless you're picking it out the back of your own net. So we win the title then, and I'm going to have to save any more gameplay videos for the coming weeks, as this video is going to be quite long and it's time to get into the packs. On Monday then we had Squad Battles Rewards, where I finished Elite 3. I didn't play many games throughout the week as I was a bit FIFA'd out and had some family things to do, but still managed through the weekend and the odd game here and there to end up in Elite, which is pretty good. And we've also got the packs from the Icon edition that come out on Monday. So lone player then is from Finland. Who was it? Lod? Probably not one I'll end up using, and I'm very tempted to go through all these lone players that are pretty useless to me and just discard them, so I haven't got them cluttering up my club, because that's what happened last year. I ended up with loads and loads and loads of lone players, because you used to get 2 lone players last year, and had them all still at the end of the year not used. I am doing the Icon SBCs for the lone players though at the minute. I think the only one I didn't do, I didn't do Overmars the first week, and I didn't do Schmeichel because I wasn't really that interested in a lone goalkeeper for an 83 or an 84 rated team or whatever it was. But I have been picking up the other lone icons, as you may have seen in the previous video. What I'm going to do with them I don't know. Maybe daily knockout, maybe if we end up getting up high up the leagues and seasons, going into a Division 1 or 2 game with an icon team, see what happens and record that. We get boards in our next pack, but unfortunately it's only Wesley Schneider. There's not too many coins, maybe 1500 coins on a good day. One of the things I'm doing though is amassing players for a potential Team of the Week 10 SBC. So you see my coin total there is pretty nice, 192,000 and something, but that will be almost 0 by the end of the video, because as I say, one of the things I'm doing, boards again, Argentinian goalkeeper really. One of the things I'm doing is picking up 83s and 84s, as last year they nearly doubled in price as people were trying to get players from the guaranteed Team of the Week squad building challenge. The SBC last year for the Team of the Week required an 84 rated squad for the untradeable version, if I remember correctly, and the tradable I think required 2 Team of the Week players. It might have been 82 rated, or maybe, I don't think it was 84 rated for the tradable, but it did need 2 Team of the Week players in it, so I might have a go at the untradeable one, but hoping to make a lot of coins from selling these 83s and 84s. No boards in this pack then. I think with the SBCs, it's EA's way of boosting the market, instead of crashing on Black Friday or after Black Friday, as everybody's opening 100k packs and 125k packs, 50k packs with FIFA points deals that they get, and lightning rounds that EA tends to drop. Yeah, as I was saying, after opening these packs and after marquee matchups, which is coming up soon, I had a fair few coins and nothing really to do with them but invest. As you've seen my teams, I was pretty happy with them so far. Not really much I'd change at the minute. Any upgrades I did would be for really top tier players. A sort of like Nainggolan coming in for João Mario, or getting a Rijkaard, or a Messi or an Henry. So if the Team of the Week SBC drops, I think I counted up, I could potentially sell my gold players I wasn't using for sort of 300 to 400,000 coins. I also picked up a couple of 86 and 87 cards for the next Icon SBC, which is due out on Friday. So when you're watching this video, the Icon SBC has probably already dropped, as this video will be out the following Monday. So we'll see if I did any more icons, but I probably wrong to invest in 86s and 87s now, as all the amount of packs that are going to be open at the weekend, but we'll see. Maybe I could potentially get close to doing one of them. There was a leak on Nepenthes' the YouTuber Nepenthes, his Twitch stream, where somebody told him that it was going to be Hadji, Roberto Carlos, Thierry Henry, and I forget the fourth one, but they said there was 4 icons coming out this week. So that'll be interesting to see. You can see here I did the marquee matchups. I haven't gone through how much the players cost because I think I pretty much had them all in my club already. It's a premium gold players pack for completing the set, which isn't bad. So let's start with the jumbo premium gold pack then. Let's hope we get something good. We get some boards. Who is it? It's Spanish centre mid. It's not Fabregas though, who'd be about 20,000 coins. It's Cazorla, who might be useful though if it's a Thierry Henry icon SBC on Friday. I think he's sort of 1,500 coins. I end up speeding the video up through the rest of the packs. As you can see, we're not really getting anything good in these ones. A few SBC players from the leagues that might sell for slightly more than normal. Not much else though, nothing too exciting. And we get into the last pack. Boards again. So 2 boards from marquee matchups. Remember we got 2 walkouts last time. No walkout this time. It's Idrissa Gueye from Everton. I don't think he's sells for too much anymore. A couple of players again for SBCs you can see sold there. I've whizzed through a bit. These are the 83s, 84s, a few 82s I've got on the trade pile, and a few duplicates which we got from marquee matchups packs, all selling. So as I said, I was holding on to or investing in, you can see here all the Tim Cahill's 83s and 84s in anticipation of the Team of the Week SBC, or some decent SBCs if they're not doing a Team of the Week SBC dropping over Black Friday weekend. Quick look through my trade pile then. Loads of Bernardo Silvas that I picked up for 2,600, 2,700. Remember when the Player of the Month SBC dropped. A few Icardis that I bought for 3,000-ish coins. I think he's up to about 4,500 now. A few Perlos which are going out of packs because he's retired. Kagawa's the cheapest 83. A few goalkeepers. You can see here Bernardo Silva I picked up for 2,600. So hopefully I'll be able to sell him on for sort of 4,000-5,000 coins if an SBC drops. You can see here I picked up the Maguire and Vieira from the last week's not Road to Glory, what's it called? Path to Glory. I also picked up Carvalho for 12,500, Forsberg, Payet and Gomez as well. These are players that I thought played regularly in their for their respective teams. Payet's captain now I think at Marseille, and so are likely to get, or possible to get, informs, and hopefully those informs mean their prices go up so I can either sell them or will end up having better cards in my club. That Gomez for example is currently having a try with him in my team instead of Perisic, to see if he's any better. And final thing this week, I guess I can't make a video without talking about the hashtag FixFIFA. if you're a fan of FIFA and you've seen on, you'll probably have seen on the forums and social media, people getting behind a Fix FIFA movement to try and get EA to fix various issues within the game. Basically, people saw what happened with Star Wars Battlefront, where the media attention and the pressure from people like on Reddit forced EA to suspend microtransactions from the game to stop people being able to buy, or forcing people to spend real money to unlock the main characters, basically. And people started a media campaign against EA for FIFA to try and sort out some of the various issues that are in the game that we have to deal with as FIFA fans. This is a difficult one for me because I think there are fundamental issues in the game that need to be fixed, but I don't think it will do anything. The reason I don't think it will do anything is because all these people complaining will carry on playing the game, so it doesn't affect EA at all. And if it doesn't affect EA, why are they going to spend time and money fixing these issues when people carry on playing and carry on spending the money? On this, I'm as much to blame as everyone, because I play the game every week. I do so because there are so many things I love about it. However, the money that EA makes from FIFA, I think it's bad, the amount of things in it that don't work, such as plenty of players have had problems where they can't unlock their coin boosts, and loan players and kits, etc. from the EA SFC catalogue because it's bugged. You see on screen a few of the issues that I've had while I've been recording. Packs going missing, Dembele in the previous clip took 70 minutes to sub off. You can see here the power bar and stamina bar just completely disappears, so I've got no idea how much power I'm putting on a corner, how much stamina my players have got left, which player I'm controlling. The button lag still exists, especially D-pad in the menus. Pro Clubs has big issues, disconnections that are EA server issues, player switching, auto lunges, off the ball fouls that aren't called, terrible refereeing decisions, basically. You've seen a few of these clips. Players that lie on the floor in the penalty area playing everyone on side when they're injured. In a competitive game, you get stupid animations of a player holding his arm or leg, or when you try and make a run for the ball and he just throws his arms up in the air and starts arguing with the ref. Please let me control my players, particularly if you want this game to be an esport. The more I talk about it, the more things I think that are in the game that annoy me. I haven't even mentioned kickoff goals, the FUT Champions format issues, the useless latency bar online, the fact that EA don't tell us what the stats, traits and specialities actually mean, the fact no one knows goalkeeper chem boosts, Chemgate last year. If you don't know what that is, look it up. Or even talking about the state of seasons. I've mentioned before I haven't played FUT Champions yet this FIFA because I played last year and it was unhealthy for me. Personally, I wish they'd changed it to a rank system that resets after so many days, but that's just my opinion. But all this is by and by. I don't think anything will change. They'll drop some promos and we'll all lap it up because we are addicted to this game. This is a terrible penalty decision, by the way. You can see my goalkeeper here, Handanovic, saves the ball and they get a penalty. I don't get it. Anyway, guys, I've got no coins. I'll stop ranting. I've got no coins left in anticipation of the SBCs on Thursday and Friday. Expecting some icon SBCs to drop, possibly some new league SBCs as well. People have been predicting the French league as a potential one, and last year Team of the Week 10 and I think Team of the Week 15 as well, we had tradable Team of the Week SBCs. So I've spent almost all my coins on 83 and 84 players in anticipation for that. So you'll probably know whether it's dropped or not But you can join me next week to see what state I end up in, and a continuation of my road to glory. Hope to see you then. Cheers. Bye.